Welcome back to the channel. Aaron here from the Bitcoin Bros. Michael Saylor releasing some massive news this morning. They're going to be redeeming $1.05 billion of the 2027 convertible notes and settle all conversion requests in shares MSTR. So I'm going to be talking about this in a second, but in today's video, we're going to be getting into Microstrategy, how Bitcoin could be headed to $9 million, something that Michael Saylor said himself. I have a clip for you guys here in a second, and then getting into some recent Bitcoin news. So make sure to stay tuned for all this information in today's video. So these 2027 convertible notes, they are going to be basically paying these off. They want to pay these off by February 24th, 2025, so a month from now. And then you can see here, the notes are convertible at the options of the holders of the notes at the applicable conversion rate of 7 shares of Microstrategies at around a $1,000 principal amount, reflecting a conversion price of around $142.38 per share. So with all of these convertible notes coming due, they are going to get these shares in MicroStrategy, and they're going to be in huge profit. As you can see, they're getting in $142 per share. So this could put some short-term downward pressure on the MicroStrategy stock price. But what this does is, if you guys remember us talking about this a couple of videos ago, it's going to take this debt held on the balance sheet down $1 million. So that's going to go to $6.5 billion. And if we continue to see the Bitcoin grow, the Bitcoin price grow, this number will continue to grow higher. But keeping things the same as they are now, you can take out a calculator here. Instead of this number being 7.5 billion, it will be closer to 6.5 billion. So you can see what the leverage ratio would be then. So if we do 6.5 divided by 49.3, the leverage ratio is going to fall all the way down to 13%. And we know historically, MicroStrategy likes to keep that leverage ratio at around 25%. So depending on how much the assets on the balance sheet are worth, how much that Bitcoin is worth, so they're probably going to take this all the way up to maybe 25%, somewhere around there, and have a huge convertible debt offering. That would be massive, guys. That could be $6-7 billion we could see from MicroStrategy, a convertible debt offering. And they'd be able to buy a huge amount of BTC. And this next convertible debt offering is probably going to put them above IBIT in number of Bitcoin owned, but we'll see when it happens. I think we're going to see a huge convertible debt offering from MicroStrategy sometime soon over the next couple of months. And if the price of Bitcoin goes up, they're only going to be able to just go out there and obtain more convertible debt. So we'll see when it happens. And then massive news here, SAB 121 has been rescinded, allowing banks to custody Bitcoin. So if you guys remember SAB 121 last year, this was a bill that would allow banks to custody Bitcoin and digital assets. It went through Senate, it went through Congress, it got approved through both, but then Biden actually vetoed it, so it didn't go through. But now Trump has rescinded it, which is absolutely huge. And then I have a clip from Saylor in an X Spaces that he was in years ago talking about how big this would be. Let's go ahead and check out that clip.
And then I think there's three big. Look, first of all, it's going up by a factor of 10 whether they fix any of the stuff, right? It's going to go it's going to be a grind up by a factor of 10 just because gold is broken and Bitcoin's going to replace gold. And now everybody in the universe knows they need a non-sovereign store of value in the form of a bearer instrument. So now they're looking, the amount of stories for last year, people said inflation may be coming. We're not sure. Now the mainstream narrative is flipped to inflation is here. You need an inflation hedge. So it's going to grind up to replace gold. It'll go to $500,000 a coin, regardless of whether they fix these things. But there are three things that are massive catalysts that cause an acceleration. And I don't think that those three things don't take us to 500,000. They take us to 5 million a coin, right? Those three things are a spot ETF where someone can go ahead and buy $100 million of Bitcoin, buy a security, an ETF security. I think that's one. Two is your bank is going to custody it for you and lend against it. And three is I can mark it up or mark it down on my balance sheet based on fair value. Pari passu. It'll be pari passu to the way I'd handle Apple stock, or at least that good. If you have property with fair value accounting, by the way, it becomes pari passu to the way you'd handle treasury bonds on a treasury balance sheet. Treasuries are better than stocks because treasury is property, whereas a stock is a security. and you're capped out at 40% of your balance sheet as security. So it would be a major breakthrough if you saw any of those three things. And I'll end with this one observation. I tweeted this last week, but I think it's very powerful. It's if the banks can hold this stuff on their balance sheet, then a whole new class of investors are going to buy it. People are going to put in billion and multi-billion-dollar orders to buy it as a treasury asset. Nobody's going to sell it because there's no reason to sell it if you can borrow against it at LIBOR plus or at SOFR plus 50 basis points, right? So you'll be borrowing against Bitcoin at SOFR plus 50 or SOFR plus 100 basis points. No one's ever going to sell it. And then, as I joked, you won't be able to afford it. I mean, you will be able to afford it, but everybody gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. When the banks normalize it, and you can draw a $100 million credit line at 100 basis points from an FDIC insured bank, at that point, right, we're going to blow through the market cap of gold by a factor of 10.
Right.
So I think the best thing is those three things are highly likely to happen. I don't know if they happen in 36 months or 24 months or 12 months, but I would be shocked if it's more than 36 months. And I hope, guys, it doesn't happen in 12 months, because my view is the longer it takes, the more progressive the grind, the more time I have to buy more of it.
And I think right now, if I'm
Saylor in that clip said that this would take Bitcoin to 10x the market cap of gold. So that would put Bitcoin at a $187 trillion market cap. And that would put Bitcoin at a price of around $9 million. So this news is actually huge. And it's really funny. Yesterday, when all this happened with SAB 121, Donald Trump signing the executive order for digital assets, the market actually sold off. People have no idea what's coming. So right now is a great time to buy Bitcoin MicroStrategy before it's too late. We know where it's going over the long term. Not financial advice, obviously, but something huge is definitely coming for BTC. And you can see here from MicroStrategy, we're at 373. The market is closed right now. This is where we closed yesterday on January 23rd. We have Bitcoin trading at 105,204, up around 1.25% from the close yesterday. So we could see MicroStrategy open positive, maybe up 3-4%. Watch out for MSTR on the open there. And this is MooMoo. You guys can check them out. MooMoo has an affiliate offer. Our affiliate link is in the description below in the comment section of 30 free stocks. If you sign up using our affiliate link, each one of those stocks could be valued up to $2,000 each. They're a pretty good brokerage. You can trade MicroStrategy options, Bitcoin, any other crypto, any other Bitcoin proxy, anything you guys want. So make sure to check them out if you guys haven't already. Let's go ahead and get into some recent Bitcoin news here. We can see from Fathom, they're adopting a Bitcoin treasury strategy. You can see that they're going to be allocating up to 50% of their excess cash, and they're going to be using that to buy Bitcoin. You can see around $500,000 of Bitcoin they'll be buying over the next 2 weeks. So another company adopting the MicroStrategy playbook there, and you can see Fathom, they're not a huge company. They are publicly traded. They are a $28 million market cap company. So that is good to see more Bitcoin adoption for corporations there. And the ETFs had another big day yesterday on the 23rd of around $188.65 million. I think today may be even bigger than what we've seen all week because of all the big news that we got yesterday. We may have some hype come in from the ETFs today. We may see a huge buying day. It's not financial advice, but with SAB 121 being rescinded and Trump doing the executive order for crypto, and also Cynthia Lummis going to potentially be the chairman of the Digital Assets Committee, all of this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. Oh, and if you didn't know, MicroStrategy's 2024 year-ends earning call is going to be on February 5th. So if you have nothing to do on February 5th, make sure to tune in to that earnings call. Normally their earnings calls are very interesting. They talk a lot about Bitcoin. They talk a lot about their strategy, what they're going to be doing for the next year, what they're doing for the next quarter. Make sure to check it out if you guys want to. They're February 5th. Put it on your calendar. And then some big news here. The SEC has just declared effective on a registered statement to take Fold public. A Bitcoin financial service company built by Bitcoiners for Bitcoiners with over 1,000 Bitcoin in treasury is one step closer to the NASDAQ. So good to see Fold going public here. That is huge, and they could potentially take advantage of some of the same things that MicroStrategy is doing to acquire more BTC. It's another Bitcoin company going public. So huge there. And that's all I really had for today's video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. We have new Bitcoin MicroStrategy videos coming out every single day, keeping you guys up to date the best we can. So make sure to subscribe. My name's Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.